we work on it every week, and like I said, that's where the credit goes. Leon Apka does a lot of our attacking set plays, and and movement, and looking at the opposition. And the oppositions change, and sometimes you do have to kind of read and react. But we do spend times, because in this league, in a league of parity, it does come down to it. We won the game against Edmonton on 2 set plays, and now we've come away with a road point. It's massive, because Halifax aren't going to give you a lot, especially at home. So you've got to make them stretch and pay as best as you can.
And one of those strategies, it seemed, was just crowding the box and making things really difficult on Oxner to come claim balls. What was the thinking behind that? And obviously it worked out great on the first one. Yeah,
it did. And look, Halifax are a big side. When you look at Charla, Santos, Rampersad, Gagnon Laprade, Salter, they're a handful. So they're going to be a threat, but you also know they're going to be solid defensively. So you got to move them. And sometimes you use their size against them, and that's what we did on the first one. And then on the second one, we loaded the box and made sure we created the chaos. So credit to our lads, because we kept going till the 90-odd minute.
Thanks, Tom.
Thanks, Mitchell.
Thanks, Mitchell. Todd, you can go ahead.
You're on mute there, Todd.
That said, the coach, the deliveries from Musi and Escalante today were magnificent. I mean, there wasn't one in the bunch that seemed to be bad.
No, they're good. I mean, they got a wand of left foot, the pair of them. So that's always good to have, especially when again, you're trying to unpick a tight lock in the Halifax defence. Both of them put on great deliveries. And, Daan Klomp's always a threat, Karifa Yao, Mason Trafford, and then Charlie and Maya Bevan. It was good. Like I said, I don't think it was the prettiest of games, but on that pitch in these conditions, it doesn't have to be, but there was different ways to play football.
You said it wasn't the prettiest of games. I think it was highly entertaining. I mean, for
the neutrals, eh?
Get right. I mean,
yeah. Well, listen, I said from a purist standpoint, I know it wasn't the prettiest game, but it doesn't have to be. I think I say this when I play golf, because I'm not a great golfer. There's no pitches on the scorecard, right? So when you got a circle around your number, you've made a birdie. You forget about the bogeys, and I think this one, I probably think we made par on this hole.
It wasn't the best performance. Like, we know coming here is a hard game. We gotta respect and understand the conditions here. It's a 6-hour flight, 3-hour time difference, and the pitch is not optimal to play, so we can't really play the game the way we want to play it. But yeah, it was a bit of a scrappy game, but in the end we got away with 1 point. And when you're down in the 86th minute, 2-1, and you make it 2-2, it's good to get a point.
Yeah, one more. What did you make of the decision at the end there?
Well, we train on set plays a lot. Attacking ones, and it's good that it pays off. Well, I got a good connection with Musi. I know where he's want to put the ball, and when he wants to put the ball, and I thought I made the run for it, and it paid off.
All right, Paige, we'll send things over to Zoom if there's any questions for Dan.
Perfect, thank you, Ryan. I see Todd, your hand up. You can go ahead and start us off.
Hey Dan, Todd Saloff, Calgary Sun, Calgary Herald. What exactly did you see on that ball coming in?
Not much, I can tell you that. I was lucky to hit it with my head/shoulder, and well, first we thought it was cancelled, and but in the end it counted, so everybody was happy.
That's kind of a roller coaster game, don't you think? You guys get up, you get down. They put a whole lot of pressure on you. You guys have got some chances. Things aren't going in. They get another one. They're putting pressure on you. You guys come back with a bit of pressure, and then at the end, it just all works out for you. I mean, it's about as nerve-wracking, I think, a game as you can be a part of. No?
Yeah, it was very nerve-wracking. Yeah, like I said, being down in the 86th minute, 2-1, you need to get a goal. So everybody wants to play a bit optimistic and goes forward a lot. And like I said, it paid off in the end, luckily. But now what happened as well is we conceded two set plays, and that's something that can't happen for us.
I thought the team played well. I knew I had some concerns once our centre back got injured, because I knew it's at that time of the game you don't want to lose a centre back, and they're a big team, and we were dealing with them fairly well. But the entire game came down to a game of set plays. All 4 goals were from set plays, and I think we had an opportunity to take the ball to the corner flag, but young player, you know, a little enthusiastic, but the leadership on the field should have guided him better, because he can't hear us from the bench. So yeah, I mean, and then we got caught on the wrong side of Musi, had to foul, and they got the goal. I think it came off his back, actually. I don't think he headed it, but yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah, one more.
Salter continues to perform. What did you make of his performance today?
Good balanced performance. Him, Akeem, Corey, you know, the front line, they did well. They put them under pressure. And Salter in particular looked very strong right till the end of the game.
Carlos, go ahead.
Hi, Steven. Obviously got into the match, but it has all game. Also, he is the third goal he scored. I just want to know what's your take on that. My second question to you, following that, is like, what's your take on the officiating tonight? I know.
Okay, I'll answer that backwards. The officiating is not in my control. It's a difficult job, and you can only call what you see. But yeah, other than that, I thought Akeem took his goal well. It was difficult to take. He took it well. And what was the first part of the question? Yeah, Mateo came in. Corey was spent, and Mateo came in and gave us some, balance once again, just to sort of freshen up the midfield part. And I'm glad for him.
So how happy are you that we're seeing people step up from the loss of Joe? We're seeing Salter had a really good game, and Akeem looks like he's getting back to his best. How happy are you that we're seeing people fill the void?
Yeah, I mean, it's important. You can only deal with the players that are available to you, and those players have, they're taking on the challenge. All they have to do is remember these moments and keep pushing, and I think the goals will come, because we're getting into some good positions. We had corners and free kicks, and we had those sort of half opportunities. But I'm glad that they are coming up with goals, because the goals need to be distributed right across the attack, not just dependent on one person.
We're going to send things over to Zoom page if there's any hands up for that.
Yeah, we can start with Mitchell. Go ahead.
Hey, Stephen. I wanted to talk about your young fullback in particular. I thought they did a very good job of limiting, Cavalry's danger out wide. Your thoughts on, I guess, the team's defensive performance in general, and other than those set pieces, I think they, by and large, were able to limit chances.
Yeah, I mean, our pre-game discussion was about trying to limit the set pieces, because we know they're a big team. They're a big team. They're well organized on the set pieces. But yeah, the fullbacks did well against two very good players. Once they sort of caught the rhythm of the game, they did well defensively and in possession.
And you guys have a stretch of home games now. How important was it to put in a good performance in the first one and kind of build up some momentum?
Yeah, would have been more important to win it, but it wasn't to be, But we need to continue to be difficult at home, get the results at home, and on the road we'll see what we can do.
Thanks, Stephen.
Thank you, Mitchell. Final call for questions for Coach before we move back to the room. All right, Ryan, back to you. It looks like we're good.
All right, one more here, Carlos, and we'll wrap it up.
One last question, Stephen. How's Gordon? I was hoping about the game. How's he doing?
I don't know. I haven't spoken to the medical team, but he was at the point where we realized he needed to come off, and but I haven't spoken to the medical team. I know Peter has a massive lump on his head, but he soldiered on, and then I'll have to find out what the condition is with Santos.
No, I just
precaution, just a little bit knock on the game. So I'm just trying to recover as much as possible.
So can you walk us through your goal?
Yeah. Well, it was across second post, and I think someone missed the first header, so I was just there in good position to score a volley. So that was nice.
Obviously, Morelli's been over for a little bit now.
Yeah.
How have you made of your performance filling in the void there?
We try to not think about it too much. Obviously, he's a huge part of our team, but we try to play with the players that we have, and I think we've been doing pretty well.
And one more. And how have you made kind of playing out of position? Last home game, we were talking to Steven. Steven said that you've liked to play a little bit more in the middle, but you're kind of starting outside a little bit more. How have you made that kind of adjustment, and what are some of the things that have kind of helped you adapt a little bit to playing a little bit more wide?
Yeah, the coach has been great with positioning and stuff. He's just been helping me a lot, and I like it very well out there. It's different, but I think I've started to pick up the positioning and start the kind of the runs that I need to make to be on the ball, and it's been good.
Any more questions for Sam in the room? Okay, Paige, we'll send things over to Zoom if there's any questions for Sam Salter.
I'm not seeing any hands up. Any questions on Zoom for Halifax, please? Ryan, I think we're good here.
All right, any more in the room? I think we're going one last one.
Yeah, more second kind of home game in a row here. The squad's kind of started out a little slow and then really picked it up as the game's going on. Is that something where you guys are just trying to feel the other opposition, or is it something where maybe it's a little bit of a mental block and you kind of grow into the game as the game kind of progresses?
Yeah, I don't know if it's a mental block, but obviously we got scored on the last two games, so I think we've been good to recover from that. But I think obviously, ideally, we don't concede the first goal and trying to score first, so that's something we need to work on. Yeah.
And Carlos, last one.
Congratulations on the goal. The question to you is like Halifax is going to play the next two games at home. One for the coach,
Yeah.
and the other is against the FC for the you're scoring goals, strikers of 9 hits for the goal. You're pretty much like scoring rarely feeling that we're talking before. How's your confidence about it? How do you feel? Just like how important for you is just having that feel of playing home influence your game?
Yeah, it's been good. The fans are amazing as always, so it's always great to play the longest ground. I think we have like the next two games at home, like you said, so it's good playing in front of the fans. It's the best, so I think we try to move on and get results in the next two games.